Rio says in his book that after he got the devastating news that he wouldn't be going to the Euros, he says, I resolved to go back to pre-season, work extra hard, cut down on the partying, and be more focused. And, you know, what better way to kick that off than heading out to Ayia Napa with 30 mates for a big, horrible boys' holiday. So that's exactly what he does. So Rio goes on this now infamous holiday in this huge group. So he said it was 30 of us, including Frank Lampard, Michael Dewberry, Jonathan Woodgate, Kieran Dyer, Jody Morris. So a lot of the sort of like England under 21s crew, I would say, plus like, you know, their mates who are not footballers. Rio's 21 at this point, and, you know, Cyprus, it's got turquoise lagoons, it's got 1,000-year-old crusader castles. There's really a lot of stuff for the culture vultures to get their teeth into. But for Rio and his pals, it's really all about Ayia Napa and the strip and shagging. And he says they're getting constant attention. Kieran Dyer will later say that if we wanted to, we could have shagged 3 girls a day. And I think they do get pretty close to that. So Rio describes in his book one night, do you remember England beat Germany in that tournament? I'd completely forgotten about that. But England beat Germany in Euro 2000 1-0. And they're in this bar watching it. It's just like, you know, it's 21-year-old lads on holiday, having the time of their life. And they then go on this like big old bender. They're out. It gets to 7 a.m. and Rio says he ends up at the roadside at 7 a.m. having a kebab, as you do, with these 2 girls. And he writes, we told the birds that if they wanted to stay out with us, they had to down a bottle of Bud in one.
Whoa. Let's rein it in. I know it is Ayia Napa, but let's...
This is getting out of hand, guys. And then he says one of them manages it, the other one can't, so there's a forfeit. He said she had to go into the middle of the road and stop traffic any way she could for 20 seconds. With cars going past to the left and the right of her, she started stripping and got her tits out. The traffic stopped all right, and the geezers were going, yeah!
Wish it could have been there.
There's more. We then headed down to the beach with a load of beers, Alka Pops and WKDs. I mean, he fucking loves Alka Pops, doesn't he?
Why have they done little subsections as well? Alka Pops and WKDs.
Yeah. There's a different category for the local shop. We told the birds they had to down another bottle if they wanted to stay with us. Again, the first one does it and the other one can't. But I'm not going to go into what the forfeit was that time. Use your imagination.
Horrible.
Unfortunately, we don't have to.
I think the ghostwriter again has included the use your imagination.
Rio, can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
Rio's description was far too graphic.
Yeah.
It was absolutely heinous.
Yeah.
Let's just say the geezers were going, and leave it at that. You know, and obviously, like any young lad off on his holidays with his mates, you want to record your experience. You want to keep some memories so you can show your friends and relatives back home. And that probably explains why this group of 30 English lads have got a camcorder with them everywhere they go. You know, this is before camera phones. This is how you capture it. You know, they've got a camcorder at the beach, they've got it on the strip, and they've got it back home in the bedroom. So in a scene that will become infamous later, Rio, Kieran Dyer and Frank Lampard bring some girls back to their apartment where, you know, they're all shagging. Just doing what young kids do, and they're filming it. And, you know, that might have been absolutely fine had the camcorder not later gone missing. Got nicked, apparently. No one could find it. They were like turning their apartment up and down, couldn't find it. So we were really worried considering what was on it. It actually takes 3 years for the footage to emerge, but alas, it does in quite dramatic fashion. So it finds its way to the News of the World, unsurprisingly, and the News of the World publish stills from this sex tape of Rio and Frank and Kieran. We'll get into Rio's role in it in a second, but this is how they describe it. This is the picture that captures the shameful slide in morality which has led soccer to the sickening crisis it's in today. We hesitated to print it, but decided it illustrates, as no words could, the vile depths to which some players have sunk. A startled blonde looks back from a heap of bodies during a depraved encounter with England's soccer heroes. The sleazy half-hour film shows the degrading beginnings of the sick group sex roasting craze sweeping the game. Most of the images are too graphic to be printed in a family newspaper, but they clearly demonstrate the depths to which some footballers have sunk.
You know what should not be really publishing the family newspaper together is this story.
Family newspapers. Yeah. I mean, this is a family podcast, so I'm not going to broadcast any of the images. We actually, for our sins, did on our Patreon, Zach and I did watch some of the tape. We're not going to do that now.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's a family show.
Actually, this is a family podcast, so we couldn't possibly. But yeah, it's some people having sex.
Yeah. Do you hear Rio complete?
And does he chant Ballon d'Or?
Does he go like, oh my god, oh my god?
I would say, so Rio's actually not the main subject of the video. He appears, but Frank and Kieran are getting a lot more airtime.
Is Rio kind of more like off-camera directing?
Do you want to hear how it was described in the News of the World?
Please, I would love to. Yeah.
Ferdinand is lazily lying back on a bed and boasts how he can keep partying for another day. He says, I'm out of my nut, but I know I could get through the whole day again. It's just lads on holiday. And then, in scene straight from a blue movie, Ferdinand has frantic sex with a girl in different positions. He's also, at one point, the players, you know how like tabloids, you have to find a new way of describing, you can't just keep saying the footballers, you need elegant variation.
Yeah.
At one point they go for lust-crazed males. The lust-crazed males. They also say...
That sounds like something from like a Planet Earth documentary about like mongooses or something.
They say the main picture shows a tangle of bodies and legs as two girls and one man have group sex. Just out of shot is one young soccer millionaire, naked, aroused, and committing a sex act.
God.
Committing.
Committing.
Not committing.
Is that wanking?
That sounds like it. That sounds like he's
naked, aroused, and committing a sex act.
Yeah.
You don't commit a sex act.
In the way they framed it, I think you do. I don't know which young soccer millionaire they're referring to of the three.
Yeah. How do you think this tape got out? Because I'm wondering whether it was an inside job. Because you know how these lads' holidays often end with some kind of falling out, and if they've got a lot of their mates there, who maybe a couple of years down the line want to cash in, then
I mean, there's a group of 30. It's quite likely that one of them's not that good mates with them.
It could have been like a spurned Michael Dewberry.
Yeah.
Jealous of Rio's career.
It was awkward when Rio partnered with him at Leeds.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes a full 3 years to come out, so that you sort of think you've got away with it. I mean,
internet speeds were slow back then.
Yeah.
It takes a while to
It's just buffering.
Yeah.
It reaches its apotheosis in 2004 when Channel 4 commissioned a drama about footballers and sex, about roasting. They imaginatively call it Sex, Footballers and Videotape. The director gets a lot of the material by doing interviews with footballers and girls who have shagged them, and then bases the whole show on the things that he's heard from these people. They decide to really maximise the impact the show's making. Before the show starts, they're going to open it by screening footage from the actual Rio Ferdinand, Kieran Dyer, Frank Lampard sex tape on Channel 4 live. Mental.
Was that? I like the idea of that coming on after Trevor McDonald got Channel. He's just been doing the Channel 4 news.
But imagine if you just flick that on and it was just like Frank Lampard. Rio's lawyer tries to stop it, but fails somehow. And the director also then gives these interviews, sort of like dialing up the sense of like moral outrage, just to justify this lurid show, obviously. Yeah. He said, I discovered that among a hardcore of Premiership footballers, drug taking is prevalent, group sex is the norm, and you can buy your way out of almost anything. More shockingly, I discovered incidents of orgies, gangbangs, or roastings involving players from at least half the clubs in the Premiership. This is the mental bit. They take their cue from people such as David Beckham, who listens to Usher, or hardcore hip-hop artists like Jay-Z and Wu-Tang Clan. Personally, I think hip-hop culture is a contributing factor to why young men of all races get involved in roastings and the like. There is a real porn aesthetic rolled into the music.
What's race got to do with it?
It's a red top newspaper. That is mental.
Yeah.
He listens to Usher.
Yeah, committing a sex act while Confessions is playing in the background. That's crazy, yeah.
So mental.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, they call laughing gas hippie crack. Like they just invent these names.
Yeah.
Roastings was not a genuine scandal.
I've never heard roasting.
No. It's not a thing.
It's not a thing.